Hey, how you doing, guys? The voice quality may not be as good. I'm downstairs, and this is the built-in computer, microphone. What I was talking about is taking 1, 2, 3s at the end of a trend. So here's a trend going up, right? And usually, what happens after a 2B usually gets followed by a 1, 2, 3. So right over here, you get this whole 1, 2, 3 pattern. So you're going to get in a break of 03, and your stop is at the 3 point, so it's 09. So as long as it's within, the 10-point range. I mean, if it's 11 points or even 12, that's fine. But you just make it a 10-point stop, which is 40 ticks, and you look to get 40. So this is 03. So it's 0275. You need to get 10 points. In that case, you get 20 points in 30 seconds. So this is even before the market started doing its huge volume. So I'm just going to go through until I get tired. I'm not even going to include Wednesdays. So let me go to the next day. So there was a win. So in other words, if you want to get 40 ticks a day, one trade, that's what I'm talking about. I should have moved that thing up so I could have dragged it, but now I gotta do it this way. So just bear with me. I'll pause until we get to the next day. Okay, finally we got to the next day. So I'm looking for 1, 2, 3s at the end of a trend, and we're looking to get back into the trend also. So you got a trend down, it pulls back, and then it gives you this 1, 2, 3 right there. So there's point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3. So you're getting in at 6 1/4, and you see this one here, the stop is 21, you don't take the trade. So you let it go. So here's a lower low, a lower high, but not a lower low, not a high high. So this is another 1, 2, 3 getting back into the trend. Let's look at this one. So you get in the 84 1/4, 84 1/4, 95, 75. So that falls in the parameters. So you're getting an 84 1/4 with a stop at 94 1/4, which would be like right there. And for 10 points, there's your 10 points. You're done with that day. And that was a Wednesday. So I'm going to pause. Once it gets past this thing over here, I'll be able to do it much better. So I'll pause until the next. All right, so here's Thursday now. All right, so this is an interesting one because you got a 1, you got a 2, and when this candle breaks the low of this candle here, so you got a 1, 2, this would have been a 1, 2, 3. I'd have an entry set up over here at the high over here of 27.50, and my stop would have been too big, but so that's an iffy one. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so big trend up. You got a 1, you got a 1, a 2, and this would be the 3 point. Once it got up here and it was giving me a 3, I'd be having an entry over here at 4 1/4, and that would have still been too big. That would have been 13 points. That's a no good. So we got this trend down here, and then you got a 1, 2, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. So the entry here would be 92 even, with a stop at 75. Again, too big. Okay, so we got this trend down, and we get a pullback, and we get a 1, 2, 3 back into this trend over here. And let's see, you're getting in at 54.50. So it'd be 64.50, 65.50. That's a little bit too much also. Though you would have gotten a win. So we let that go. So now we've just finished the first hour and we didn't get any trades. So let's see what happens if we get another hour under our belts. This might be one of those days where there was, okay. So we've taken out the low here and pulled back, and you got a 1, 2, 3 right there. So you're getting in here at 35 even. We'll stop at 50, still too big. And then low, and 11:30 would be the cutoff. So here's 11:07. So you got a 1, you got a 2, you got a 3 back into the trend again. So now you're getting in at 1 even. We'll stop at 13, still too big. Now I come to the bottom here, and you've gotten a 1, a 2, and a 3, and the high is 97.75 is the entry, and again too big. And even though they were too big, all of those would have still won. 24. And again, too big. So that was one of those days where you didn't get anything. So I'll pause till the next one. Okay. So, okay. What do we got going on here? Well, you get the trend down, and then you get this 1, 2, 3 here. It's a little ragged. Probably too big anyway. What's it, 48 even? And you're getting it at 43.75, 43.75, 53.75. So that's still a little bit too big. So we'll let that one go. Here's a 1, 2, 3 at the bottom. That's probably going to be too big also. So 36 to 19. That's 17 points too big. And then you got this 1, 2, 3 here. And this is almost too big. Right off the bat, 55.50. What is it? 55.50. And okay, it's 13. So then you get this another 1, 2, 3. So it's a 1, 2, 3 and a 1, 2, 3. So you're getting in at 57.75. This one works. 57.75. Yeah, this one works because it's only like 44, but you'll have a 40 tick stop. So 57.75 to you're getting at 57.75 to 67.75, which will be right up here as your stop. And so 57.75, and you're down. There's your win. Okay, so pause to the next day. All right, here's Monday. Monday. Okay, so we get this trend down. We get a pullback. It's not a 1, 2, 3 because you made a lower low, a lower high, a lower low, a lower high, and then a lower low. This whole thing becomes like a 1, 2, 3, but that's going to be too big anyway. So you got 25.75, and it's a 20-point stop. So then we come up here, and this becomes a 1, 2, 3 right here. 1, 2, 3 back into the trend. So you got a high of 30.75, and you got a low of 20.50 to 30.75. So that's about 41 ticks. That'll work fine. So you're getting in at 20 and a quarter. It goes down approximately 20 and a quarter. You got 38 ticks. So possibly you grab something. If you just hold, you eventually get it. Was there anything else? Okay, well, you got this trend down, and you got this 1, 2, 3 right there. 1, 2, 3. So the high is 80.50, so you're getting it at 80.75, and that works because it's less than 10, and that takes you up for a win. So if you got it and you missed by 2 ticks here, and you got you split it in half, you got 20, you can get the other 20 over here. All right, I'll pause.